Homework time. So for homework today, you have a worksheet that has two sides, side A and side B, okay? Listen, it looks like a lot, but it's just adding or subtracting, okay? I'm going to do a couple with you, and then you're gonna do the rest on your own. I'm gonna grab a board and just review a couple of things. Don't know where my eraser is because this room is a little messy. Let me find a clean board. Alright. So this will do. So, angles, angles, angles. We have right angles, obtuse angles, acute angles, and straight angles. A straight angle lies flat, and that is how many degrees? 180 degrees. Okay. Now, cut that straight angle down the middle right in half, and you have a 90-degree angle. A right angle. A right angle is 90 degrees. I had this little eraser, yay. Okay. So then we have a right angle, and remember, if there happens to be a square at the vertex, so the vertex is where two rays meet, and remember a ray is a line that has an endpoint and goes on and on in one direction. So here, this is the endpoint, this line goes on in this direction, and this ray goes on in that direction. So if you see that box, that automatically tells us it's a right angle and it's 90 degrees. Okay. An acute angle, look how acute it is smaller than 90 degrees. So it's 90 degrees or less. And then an obtuse angle is larger than 90 degrees. So we have the vertex is where the two rays meet. That's the vertex of an angle. And an angle is made up of two rays with a common endpoint, with a common vertex. Okay? All right. So today we worked on finding unknown angles. And we used addition or subtraction to find an unknown angle. And look at this. It's a multiple choice. However, you're not just circling. I want to see your work completed, and then you find your answer, right? Okay. So let's look at number one. Number one, I'm going to get it nice and close. Number one says, find the measure of the unknown angle. In parentheses, it says angle X. So right here, this is our unknown angle. Now, we want to think. We want to first look at the larger angle. That's considered like our whole, right? So we have this larger angle, and then we have two angles that make up the part, this angle here, the two parts, and this angle here. So we have one part labeled 50 degrees. We need to find the other part. So we must know the whole in order to find this part. And look at here. We have that box. That tells me it's a 90-degree angle. Okay? So I need to find a whole. This whole angle is 90 degrees. I have one angle that is 50, and I need to find the other one. So 90 minus 50. Because this whole thing is 90 degrees. If I did 90 plus 50, I'd be finding a much larger angle. I'd be finding an obtuse angle. I just want to find this bit here. So 0 minus 0 is 0. 9 minus 5, I'm going to put a 5 in my head and count up. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 4. I look at my options. 40 degrees, C. Okay. Now, I'm going to do 1, 2, and 3 with you, and then you're going to do all the rest on your own. But we also don't have spelling this week, okay? So, a little heavy on the math. If angle MLY, so remember, we read angles in order, MLY. The middle letter is always going to be the vertex point. So this is angle MLY. This angle here is MLR. And this angle here is RLY, okay? So angle MLY is 120 degrees. That means this whole angle is 120 degrees. Okay? So if MLY, this whole thing is 120 degrees, then what is the measure of RLY? So we're looking for RLY. We want to find this piece, okay? So this is going to be a part, right? It's a part of this big angle. And these two angles together are equal to this whole big angle. So we have a whole 120, we have a part 80. I want you to think, how should we solve this? What do we have to do if we're finding a missing part? Okay. We need to subtract 120, right? This whole thing minus the 80 is going to give me my missing part. And this 120 that I have labeled is this whole thing. So we don't know what this is. So I take my whole and I subtract 80. If I take 80 away, I'm going to solve
for the 6th grade.
For my missing part.
For those of us who are going on the trip
0 minus 0, zip, 0.
It is like a school day.
Going to get rid of the 1.
So please wear the
and
proper
the 2.
shoes. Also,
it's going to become a 12. We're going to subtract
no phones,
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 4.
Field trip. There will also be no backpacks. Backpacks
40
and
again.
phones will be here. Obviously, food is being served there. It's part of the deal.
There we go. Voila.
Looking forward to going to the field trip with you all. Rest up tonight. Have a great night. Giddy up.
Okay. Last one I'm doing with you. What is the measure of HKN? So let's figure out what angle that is. HKN. So that's that big one. Okay, the big angle here. This is very much obtuse. It's almost it looks like it's almost a straight angle, right? If it went out straight, we know that would be 180 degrees. So we want to know what the measure of this whole angle is. Now let's see what we have. This angle here, HKT, is 140 degrees, and this angle TKN is 20 degrees. I want to find out what everything is together. So I don't want to take any of this away, right? I want to find out what the total is. So what do? Subtract or add? What do you think? I must add. So 140, and I always put my larger number on top, plus 20, because that just helps me line my place values. 0 plus 0, zip, zip. 4 plus 2, 4, 5, 6. 160 degrees. And see how that is almost 180. So if this went straight, this would be about 180 degrees. So we could see how that's close. Okay. All right, you guys. You could finish this in about 15 minutes, okay? You got this. So you have these 3 and then this whole side. We will go over it all tomorrow. And I'll see you then. Bye. And remember, tomorrow is like Friday because we don't have school on Friday. Yay. Bye-bye.